Hi, and we're back. You have asked for more outfit content, so more outfit content we shall have. So I've put my microphone on. I'm hoping that everything is hearable, if that's a word. You can hear the audio fine. So normally I have it right close to my mouth and I'm holding it. But yes, I've got a lovely blueberry matcha. I made it using this blueberry compote, and then I used a Ted's matcha, so it's quite good actually. I made the mistake of Tad's matcha specifically. I always mixed water in with it because I do that with my other proper matcha. Not to say that Tad's is not proper matcha, but like matcha that's not flavored or doesn't come with anything. So I was just mixing water in with like a dash of milk, and it tasted awful. And now I realize you have to mix all milk into it. So next time, read the instructions. But yes, so outfit content. I thought, even with the most casual outfits, I'm going to discuss what about the outfit worked, why I like it, and yeah, let's do it, guys. Let's do it. My makeup's sort of gone all funky around the eyes. I'm not a nails girly. You'll come to learn this about me. I love pretty nails on other people, but for me, I'm just so active. And one time I had my nail pop back when I did try it, that I was like, I'm not sure I could ever do this again. And of course, I could go get like just even short nails done, but I don't know. I just really like either very natural kind of top coats or beigey colours. But by that point, when it chips and stuff, I'm just like, I just want my natural nails. But yes, I do love it on other people, and I love nails on me in photos. But the reality of my day to day life, especially as a boy mum, no. But yes, my makeup. Today's main topic of discussion is this disruptor piece. So let's walk through my outfit and why I chose it and why I love it. For a casual choice, whether you're doing errands, whether you're catching up with a friend, having coffee, family weekend walk, you can chuck a jacket on. I can grab the kind of jackets that I would wear with it and just talk through it. But yeah, so overall, I love a blue shirt. I've got a few different shirts actually that I love. And I've got different selections, different ones. So I've got this one. It's a bit more lighter, and I would also style it in a similar way. But what I like about clothes, especially when you've got a few that work together, you can buy less and wear more. I remember watching Gok Wan growing up and him saying that. I don't watch TV very much, but when I did, one of the shows that I did watch was him, and it was like me and my mum would watch it together. And I can't remember, we did that for about a year. So childhood memories, nostalgia, but yes, buy less, wear more. But this one is my more casual choice, and I've got, I think, a Ralph Lauren one as well. All thrift finds. I think you can do a lot with thrifting. I think it's very underrated, not to mention sustainable, because the amount of fast fashion in the world, we do not need it. But yes, so just on blue shirts, because we can talk about a different colour shirts another day, but I love a blue shirt with either a chino or something beige coloured. I don't know what I'm doing here, just to kind of show you the aesthetic. So yes, these I got actually a few years ago, and oh, my fluffy thing fell off. Brum, 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 brum. So yeah, these I got a few years ago, and I don't know if it changes the audio or not. Ooh, there we go. Hopefully it's a softer sound, less. So I got these bottoms a few years ago. They were quite cheap. I remember they came with a jacket, and I just really loved them. But also, you could do chinos, you can do jeans, and I just think this sort of color combination always works very well. Blue and beige are the bread and butter of the old money aesthetic. So this has always been my style, what I've seen on Instagram and TikTok for the last few years, where it's suddenly become this trend. But essentially, I was told from a young age that it looked much older than I was, much more mature, and I should try different styles. So I was forced by family and friends to try a lot of random different styles, and they were never me. And I'm so glad that now, kind of in my 20s, I am able to turn around and just put my foot down that this is my style. And of course, I do delve into younger aesthetics just to make sure that I can look back at life and not feel that I limited myself in any capacity. But in terms of this specific trend that we've seen online for the last few years, this beige and blue or blue stripes is quite literally the beige and butter, the bread and butter of that aesthetic. And why it works so well is just because, yeah, it's simple, it's non-invasive, it's not like a neon color that pops out into your face, but it's so complementary of most people's color palette that essentially it's almost this universal look that shows everyone that you are put together but effortlessly so. Yeah, putting my words together. Let's talk about color theory and why this is different enough to create that contrast and make that pop of the statement. So it's in the blue family. So that way it blends in enough that it's not too different, but it's different enough that in contrast to the beige, it pops and therefore it makes that statement. I want to talk about fabrics more in the future, but it's not something that I'm really prepared to talk about today. But obviously, the fabric components of your clothing can really shift how your items look. So this is a cotton shirt, and I can't remember what this is, but if this was something a bit heavier, it would change how the whole silhouette of my outfit would look. Because these are more casual bottoms, they make it look much more casual versus if I was wearing a tailored trouser or something that was a bit more chino-esque, and even jeans, they can change the whole look. So I want to talk more about materials in the future, but I'm not prepared for today, so we're going to carry on. It can be a bit preppy though. So if that's not the look you're going for, then you can shift the dynamic with different things. So for me, why I chose these accessories is A, because I haven't worn them in a while and they're just so fun. I love having quirky personality accessories that really show off who you are. And for me, I go one of two ways, or three ways actually. So no accessories, because I like the kind of freedom of not worrying about if you're going to lose them, and just also remembering that you in yourself are an accessory. Like your smile is the accessory. But yes, and then I either go very elegant. So if I wasn't wearing these, I would have gone for either something like this, which is a bit like a hoop. I can take this off and show you guys. I would have gone for something more like this. So either kind of like an elegant hoop type thing, very much brings more elegant, and I've seen it on Instagram, the kind of old money elegant aesthetic. It gives off preppy. Or I would have gone for something pearl. So either something like this or a stud pearl, or I've got something again that's a bit more casual. Oh, someone's texting me. I should have put my phone on do not disturb mode, never mind. What I like about these ones is that they sort of hoop round all the way across. Put this on. I've not put it on properly, but it goes on like that. So for me, I'm a pearl lover. I love pearls, and nothing in the world could make me not love pearls. So it's just one of those things that I adore. But the issue that I have with that is that when you pair it with clothes that can give off older vibes, you have that chance of looking older than you are, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think aging is a beautiful process that so many people don't get a chance to experience because they die young. But in terms of what you're aiming for, I think that's what you need to look for. And I think these earrings are an interesting selection because I wrote down exactly what I wanted to say, because I can go on tangents and waffle. It's my neurodivergence. So yes, the contrast without these, the kind of shirt and the chinos can lean very much into preppy uniform. And the organic and whimsical jewelry kind of aspect of my personality breaks the stiffness of classic tailoring. It's the difference between looking like I'm headed to a board meeting versus a gallery opening. And why I like this is because it kind of casuals it down. I'm just making up words at this point. Call me Shakespeare. It casuals it down to the point where you feel like, okay, like this is a bit more easy breezy, kind of more casual. Whereas if I shifted it, and actually let me change into the different kind of aesthetic and we'll see how it comes across. And why I can show you the different ways you could style it. But for me, so immediately, did I put it on properly? The issue is when I'm on camera, I'm like, I need to do this so quickly, and then I start rushing. Just chill down a bit more. I've not put that on properly. I need to do that in a second. But yes, there we go. That one's just dangling. What am I doing wrong here? Well, maybe the earring's broken. Hold on. There we go, that's better. I actually broke the earring in a second. We fixed it though. Woo, there we go. So this immediately transforms it. It gives off a little bit more serious. And then, let me grab different coats. I'm back. So, leaning more into the preppy look, you've got something like this that you can wear, where essentially you just lean into it the full-blown way. You just chuck it on and your aesthetic then becomes kind of like private school mum, if you like. But I don't know, I just really like it. It's very elegant, it's very timeless, and there's just something so chic about it. And again, I'm going to say effortless chic, because it's not like you're going out of your way wearing the full-blown Chanel outfit, something that really screams like, I'm chic, I'm making a statement. This is effortless chic. It's like, I'm in the room, I don't want your attention, but you probably want to give me your attention anyway because I look that good. So it's one of those things where, like, you know, you're a mum, you're going off, you're getting your casual, whatever, and you know, you can accessorize this however you like. And what I like about this, that I could even chuck these on with this and it would still look kind of like more youthful. And this is the point that I wanted to make about how you accessorize makes the difference, because if you accessorize in more of an elegant way, that's the look that you're going for, like this is the look. But when you dilute the outfit, you're almost not necessarily diluting, that perhaps is the wrong choice of word, but you're redirecting the statement that you're making, and it immediately shifts the aesthetic of what you're showing. I'm just waffling today. I need to, this is why I need bullet points, because I waffle. Everything that I want to say is going 10 million miles an hour and my mouth simply cannot catch up. But you get the aesthetic. So from country club, let's go to equestrian, to I'm a creative professional, let's go to the art show, that kind of vibe. And it really shifts the aesthetic of what you're delivering to other people. And I guess it's all about your personality and what you feel that day. And why I love kind of just styling yourself and the accessories and clothes in general, because not only are you able to express yourself like art, but you are also able to find ways of conveying how you feel or just testing things out. And so for me, there'll be days when I very much want to wear this. This is the aesthetic I want to go for. And there are days when I just want to wear this. Like today, I'm leaning more towards this vibe. And perhaps I would even change the aesthetic of what like my hair looks like. I could go for little pigtails. So I've been loving pigtails recently. I've been exploring the short hair aesthetics and, you know, testing it all out. But then if we want to shift it into, again, something more casual, what I would change into is, depending on the weather as well. So if it was colder, I would kind of go for something along this, where it essentially gives it, again, more of a casual look. But these match because they're both kind of on the same beigey, browny color palette. And then the blue is neutral. And I remember growing up and hearing about the 3-color rule, which generally is a good rule of thumb to follow, but you can add multiple colors if you match them correctly. And I think there's a whole color palette psychology thing about it. But again, this, and we take these off. I'm trying to do this quickly because I don't want the video to be like unnecessarily long. But yeah, so chuck these in. There you go. Beautissimous, gorgeous. Yeah, and then you can see that this then automatically becomes a bit more like still elegant, still chic, but you're not kind of giving off the same aesthetic as the latter look did, because you're kind of giving off that you're still chic, you're still effortless, but this is more casual. And I guess it very much depends on the look that you want to go for. My question for you is, which do you prefer, the classicist or the creative? Both looks So that's our outfit for today. Ralph Lauren preppy meets creative artistic flow look. I must know though, which do you prefer? The kind of teal twig earrings or the more elegant, casual kind of, I don't know what we're going to call these, mini hoops or even pearls? Which do you prefer? I'm intrigued to find out. More importantly, in which way would you style this shirt? And I look forward to hearing from you next time. I look forward to seeing you next time. But yes, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'm super excited to keep making more of this outfit content because clearly you guys love it and I'm excited to do more. Yes, until next time.